Alright, let's get back to Modern with General Domain. So again, these are all decks from my closed Modern ecosystem of decks that have put up results between about 2017-2020. Somewhere around there. This is General Domain. It is a domain deck. And one of the things I like about it is it presents me with a puzzle, a little mini puzzle, at the beginning of a game. The mini puzzle is, can I hit domain on turn 2? Not with this hand. So normally I show the cards, but this I thought I would show the puzzle first. So I only have one land. So I would mulligan this. See if I can hit all 5 basic land types on turn 2. So what did I get now? Okay, so this is a lot better. So what I would do is send Sign of Draco down to the bottom because I already have one. Turn 1, play Wooded Foothills, crack the Foothills, and go get any Triumph. It really doesn't matter because I have the other fetch land. So I just grab the first one I see. If I see it, yeah, they're right next to each other. Fantastic. There are 3 in the deck. This deck has 3 Triumphs and then complementary shocklands for all of those. So I got this Vi Triumph. It is the Mardu Triumph. So next turn I will have to go get the breeding pool in order to cast anything. Comes into play tapped, so take my turn, untap. Upkeep, draw. Draw, Marsh Flats. Let's see, I need blue and green. So I need my breeding pool. This will not get breeding pool. This will not get breeding pool. This will get breeding pool. Like I said, it's a puzzle. It's fun. I know it's a shitty deck. You don't have to make fun of me, but I like it. And surprisingly enough, it does win against some of the other decks. Not Burn. Burn eats this deck alive because this deck's mana base is painful. It takes a lot of damage from the mana base. Alright, so I've got mountain, plain, swamp, forest, island. I've got it all. I've only taken 3 damage. I've lightning bolted myself already by turn 2. No. +1. 2 fetches and a shock. I'm at 16 life. So I'd play Territorial Kavu. He would come into play as a 5/5. Whenever he attacks, I'll discard a card. If I do draw a card, exile that target card. Yeah, one or the other. Okay, let's untap. Draw. Let's see. I couldn't cast Lightning Helix even if I wanted to without fetching and getting a shock and basically bolting myself. So I will play Arid Mesa. I will play a 12 casting cost 4/4 flyer for 2 mana. Which means that the target Kavu now has First Strike and Trample. So it's a 5/5 First Strike trampling for 2. When I attack, I discard a card. I just get rid of that. And I draw a card. Hey, another Lightning Helix. End of my opponent's turn, crack a fetch. Go get a Triumph. Kinda doesn't matter. I'll just go get one. Well, it does matter. I want red. So that only hurt me for 1. Untap. Draw. Hey, Shardless Agent. Alright, so now I've got some choices. I can Shardless Agent and see what I can get. I can Lightning Helix. I can attack first, which is probably a good idea. So I would attack with both. Of course, he's still a 5/5. He's a 4/4 flyer. No, he doesn't. Yeah, he does fly. He does fly. It says it right there. Right there. Fly. So attack with the Kavu. Get rid of the Tomb. Draw a card. Hey, it's another Triumph. Nice. Play that tapped. Now, probably what I would do just for fun is Shardless Agent. So cast him, I get a Cascade trigger. Hopefully it's Tribal Flames. Bloodbraid Elf, nope. Draco, nope. General Ferris. So he's a key card in the deck. If I have him in play every time I cast a multicolored spell, such as the Shardless Agent or the Lightning Helix, I get a 4/4 red and white goblin artifact creature. And red gets first strike and white gets vigilant. So I'd have a 4/4 vigilant first striker. But I'm not getting him now. Not getting that now. Not getting that now. Not getting that now. Oh, I'm getting another Territor Kivu. That's not a bad result. So I get a 2/2 chump and a 2 mana 5/5. Sweet. All these go on the bottom. I'm not going to bother shuffling. Screw it. I don't have time. So then I would untap after my opponent does his bullshit, trying to stop me from doing mine. Draw my card. Ooh, lightning bolt. So a lightning bolt. Lightning helix, lightning helix. Lot of lightning! Alright, I'm not going to want to discard anything because I've got a handful of burn. So I would attack with everything. What does blue get? Blue gets hexproof. So I've got a hexproof 2/2 trampler. It's probably going to die. Let's just assume my opponent blocks it, it dies. The 2/5/5s present a different problem, as does the flyer. And just to add to things, I will lightning helix them. So something takes 3, I gain 3. And I'm not going to discard any cards for the caboose. My opponent does their bullshit, I start mine. Draw. Don't really need that. Or do I? So la. So attack, attack, attack. I will discard, I would do 1 Kavu trigger. Oh, I have to choose one. Or exile a target card from graveyard. Someday I should read my own cards. So let's say I've just been exiling cards from my graveyard. I'm trying to go through this quickly so you can kind of see how the deck works. I'll throw that away, I'll exile something, I don't care. The Draco. So, why not? Put another Draco down. And then I still have some burn if I smash them down to 6 life. Well, I can only cast 1 because I only have 2 red. And I don't have any of the white. So I either have to spend the red or the white. And this is just red, so. Right, so let's say my opponents get going. It's my turn again. Yeah, baby. Oh, Tribal Flames, there we go. Okay, so this is one of the fun cards in the deck. So it's a 2 mana sorcery, but it does 5 points of damage if I have domain, if I have all basic land types, which I do. So I can do 5 damage to my opponent. I can do 3 damage to my opponent, and then I can smash and kill my opponent. Inshallah. Enchilada? Enchilada, enchilada. Alright, so let's take a look at the deck. So that's how it works. Get some domain out, get a General Ferris Rockchick, get some, start making golems. Push this back again so it's easier to see. There we go. Alright, so the deck has a painful mana base full of shock lands, fetch lands, and 3 triomes. It's got 2 of these guys. I'm not sure if I like them. I mean, the riot is nice, so I can attack right away. But 4/4 trample, that's nothing to sneeze at. There are 4 of this guy, because I kind of want to get one of them down as quickly as possible in order to start getting those big bastard golems. There are 4 of this guy to give all my creatures some special cool ability, all my colored creatures. He only works with colored creatures. Bloodbraid Elf. I believe I have 4 Bloodbraid Elves in this deck. Night of Autumn, there are 2 in the... Are there 2 in the main? I think there are 2 in the main. Yes, there are 2 in the main. So if I've been hurting myself real bad with my mana base, I can get some life back. Or if they have an artifact or enchantment that I need to blow up, I can do that. I never do the two plus and plus encounters for Knight of Autumn because I either really need the life or I really need to get rid of something. And she does the trick. And if General Ferris Roche goes out, she makes me a golem. She makes me a sandwich. Fetch land, fetch land. Bloodbraid. There is only one Clothis God of Destiny here. The deck list that I shamelessly copied ran 2 in the main. I'm only running 1 because I only had 1 copy. And I didn't feel like buying another one for this deck. So, see, 3 mana for a 4/5 indestructible god. Of course, if my devotion to green or red is less than 7, she is just an enchantment. But at the beginning of my pre-combat main phase, exile a card from graveyard. If it's a land, I get some mana. Otherwise, I gain 2 life, and it does 2 points of damage to all of my opponents, which in a modern game isn't as impressive as it would be in a commander game. There are 4 lightning bolts. There are 4 lightning helix. I chose this picture, this art, this depiction of lightning helix because I wanted to be different than Boros Burn. Boros Burn has the old Ravnica ones. So I wanted something interesting. Even in my modern decks, I like it when the, 3 Triumphs. This is one of them. I like it when the art is different. In fact, when Modern Horizons 3 comes out, I'm going to see if my LDGS will trade me a set of Khan's Windswept Heath and a set of Khan's Wooded Foothills for the new art. I'm going to see if I can do that. I'm not sure. Bolt. There are 4 Tribal Flames. Yes, they're the old invasion, so the more expensive version, but I like the art better. It's my favorite art. And the foil process looks better. The foil process and the new one looks like crap. Signed Draco. Okay, another Shockland to hurt me. There are 4 Territorial Kavus, because I must get my territory. Another Lightning Helix. Second of the 3 Triumphs, the Zagoth Triumph. Another General. Last of the 3 Triumphs, the Rogran Triumph. And it's somewhat arbitrary what Triumphs. I need the red ones, definitely. So that's why they're in there. Because this deck has a lot of red. Breeding Pool. Shardless Agent. Kavu. Sacred Foundry. So you're seeing a lot of repetition now because it is a modern deck, and that's kind of what you do for consistency, eh? Except I think I only have 1 of each Shockland. I might have 2 Temple Gardens, I forget, but I think I only have 1 of each Shockland because I can fetch it out. This deck has 12 fetch lands. It's got more fetch lands than any other deck I have. Okay, this is why another reason why there's only 1 Clothis is I decided I wanted something to help my creatures punch through, and I had this lying around, so I shoved it in here. Enters the battlefield, attached to target creature control. It gets +2/+2 flying first strike. Yeah, that's pretty brutal. 3, play it, equip it, smash. And it's not an expensive card because it's not in the modern metagame. I think it's pretty much considered a junk rare. But I found good use for them in some of my decks. Sometimes junk rares are not so junky. Dun -dun. Last Tribal Flames. Last Shardy. Bloodbrady. General. Okay, let's look at the sideboard before my camera cuts out. In the sideboard, I have 3 Engineered Explosives because I have all 5 colors or access to it. So I can either put it at 0 to kill tokens, or I can put it for any number from 0 to 5 to blow up whatever the hell I need to blow up. And yes, I always forget it costs 2 to activate. My opponents invariably remind me. Against Storm, this is against Storm. Oh, your instants and sorceries are being exiled. You will not be flashing them back after all. I'm so sorry, young Skywalker. So there are 4 Dryad Militants. Nice thing about her, she's multicolor, so she triggers him to get golems. I have 3 Quasali Pride Mage. I don't really know why, but I needed to fill the sideboard, so I put them in there. 2 abrupt decays, mainly against merfolk. I will not allow you to have an ether vial. Blah! And you cannot counter it. D-Spark. Again, I'm not really sure why I have these in here. I just needed to fill out the sideboard. And I guess it's really against Absent Evolution. So if they put out Angel of Thune, Archangel of Thune, well, I can de-spark it before she starts wrecking my day by going infinite life. It can also hit a Siege Rhino. It can hit what else can it hit that's good? It can hit a Worship, but so can Knight of Autumn. So, okay, these are okay in the side. They're sideboard cards. They're variable. And then Kira, just because. So somebody is targeting my creatures with their deck, because I don't always play only against my other deck. Sometimes I play against the Genie because he has a bunch of modern decks. And if he goes to target my creatures, I'll side in Kira to put a stop to that nonsense. Right, so that's General Domain. Again, I think the best result it put up was like top 3, top 4 in a medium-sized tournament. I forget, but it did put up results at one time. I don't think it would ever again. Although he's got protection from Orcish Bowmasters because they're monocolored. So maybe it would be a fun deck to bring to a modern tournament today. You decide.